Welcome back to 247 Motorsports at Bunker Hill. Another hot summer weekend, and you know what that means.
Chop, chop, time to work.
And Bunker Hill, Indiana it is for the FSI Racing Thrill at the Hill No Prep. So remember in the last video when I complained about driving through Indiana? I still feel the same way. Just kidding. So we meet our crew and we get our rigs back on the road and head to Bunker Hill Dragway.
Off to Bunker Hill, Indiana. Hill on the thrill, or thrill on the hill. Something like that. Bunker Hill. Thrill at the hill.
Thrill of the hill.
Big money though.
Yeah, I think they said they're hoping for it to be like $20,000 payout.
I saw 22, but 20's good too. How do you feel? How do you feel about last weekend? We didn't really get a good recap on.
It already ran better, felt better than it hasn't. Got a long time back since before the 9-inch. The back of the car feels real nice and free now. You actually pick it up and it'll fall back down. Before I couldn't even pick it up. So with that being said,
Driving it felt a lot better.
Yeah, it felt a lot better driving it. Like, you know, we've made so many bar angle changes to this car to try to get it to do what I wanted. I think we have a working chassis finally. You know, now it's just going to be fine tuning it and getting it the bar angle to be happy and everything else again. Either way, we'll try to run fast enough to win and just keep getting some more data, see if it likes what we did with the bar to try to get some more traction out back.
We get to test tonight, race tomorrow, which is good.
We get to test from 6 to 10 tonight, day of testing, so I'd like to make probably 2 hits, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be hot, 92 and sunny and real greasy and everything else probably. Just gotta hope for the best, but yeah, if we make the right decisions and, you know, can figure the chassis out quick enough, we should definitely have a car that will compete again and not try to crash every time I make a pass like it has for the last couple of years. So that'll be a good thing.
It'll be a really good thing.
Well, that's really it.
Well, we believe in you.
Very nice. What is that?
Only 3 hours and 40 minutes of driving, and we've arrived. The kids help us get unloaded, and with time to spare, you get the usual adventures with Mom and Landon.
What'd we find? Oh, wow. Really pretty.
It's time to head back, pit the car, walk the track, and get ready for testing.
This is where you don't want to go. Me and Britt just did a reenactment. We didn't get it on video though. Sad you missed it. Maybe we'll be here later, right? Maybe.
In hopes.
One of us. Victory Lane!
Jumping right into it, the first official test passes at Bunker Hill Dragway.
good burnout, wasn't in the groove. Just gonna pay attention this time. We're not here to F around. Yeah, him.
Remember in elementary school when the teacher would separate the two troublemakers? That's kind of what we had to do here. Single test passes for the rest of the night.
Freaking out a little bit. Let's go.
Like it popped, there was like a poop, and I was like, that was a lick. That look good? On the video? So, it made a fucking great pass.
Awesome.
Yeah, way better. Picked up everywhere. But going through the stripe, I heard something let go, and it definitely scared the shit out of me. But everything's dry. There's no engine, so I went to crank the motor over when we got back in the pits here, and the starter took a shit. So I've been hearing like a little bit of a squeal on the end of some of my runs, and I couldn't think of what it was. Well, now we know it was a starter. So somehow Joey has a starter for one of these things in the trailer, so really no big deal. I'm pretty happy with the run we made, so we'll put it in the stacker, put it up on the lift, and change the starter out once it cools down, and we should be good to go for tomorrow.
You look good in there, Ashley.
Interrupting your last lane code. Yeah, when it's in your right lane.
So what if I sadly jumped in and told you it wasn't just the starter?
That's wild. Well, they found the problem.
Is that a pry bar? No. I gotta go. Right there, yep. Holy fuck, we don't want that on. That's wild. Pretty wild.
So about a third of our ring gear broke off the flex plate, and our only options to race tomorrow are to put the word out for a new one or to try and find the chunks of debris to weld it back together.
Potentially be it.
This is dedication, guys.
We truly gave it our all tonight, but no luck in the dark. All we can do is try again in the morning or hope someone comes through with a match.
Good morning. Well, we searched the whole track last night in the dark for the pieces of the flex plate, and we couldn't find anything. However, I was getting ready this morning and Brandon found a piece. So we're gonna go try and find the rest. Maybe we can weld her back on. We will see. Hopefully. Whoa. There she is. not good, you guys. But guess what? We found a new flex plate. Trans out in the stacker. We're gonna try and put it back in and run this race. Wish us luck. So we're rolling good old Boost 12 out of the little trailer. Damn girl.
It's 10 a.m. We got a new flex plate on the way and we're racing at noon, so it's time to get this trans out.
Lifesaver, Jeff.
And at 10:45 a.m., it's Jeff Thomas to the rescue. Thank you so much, Jeff.
This thing we didn't weld it. Wow. This on Vito's, we rotated the center. Yeah. Oh, you wipe out the drink when that happens?
I think it's 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know. And driver's meeting is at noon.
It's T-minus 1 hour till driver's meeting, and the pits are filling up.
We got the Zeph and the schoolboy. It is 12:26. They're calling us up for driver's meeting. And we're fixing it. Oh my God, thank God. Wow.
That's the most work we've ever done on race weekend. It's never made us do anything like that. Luckily we had a stacker and Jeff Thomas hooked us up and got us a flex plate. It's not the exact one we run. It was a little different, so we had to run to the hardware store, make a bolt change. We had to correct the pull out on the trans and stuff like that. But Mike, that's running the vet, he got us a screw jack to use to at least put that thing up in place. As long as it does its thing and runs how it did last night, and there's no other issues that happen that we don't know about. It's we put it on the brake, everything seems all right and stuff, so it should be all right. I want to thank Dylan for letting us. Coming up in a Mustang.
You ready, baby?
Yeah, baby.
You got this. Be safe. Go fast. Round one. We got Team Meatball. Be safe. Go fast. You guys, that was awesome. Oh yeah, baby, all the thrashing. We got that round one win. Are you so proud of yourself?
Yeah, the thrashing paid off. We got the car back together. Seems like everything's good. Did a nice, easy, clean A to B run. Got the first round win. We're just waiting for hard tire to be over, and then maybe bikes, and then I think we'll get the chip draw again. So cars in the pits. We already went over the tune-up and stuff, and we'll see what we draw and decide what we're gonna do.
I watched a YouTube video the other day from when you were talking about how Nick should let you drive his car. Maybe you should start with the Zep. I think it's better than he does. You do fit really good.
That was a drag race.
Down
It's soft.
Round 2, we pulled Dusty Porter in the truck.
No, you didn't. It's in the middle again.
What do you want to do? Okay.
You just put that transmission in the car.
He's got a couple of little drops. I looked under there. He's dying.
Let him go. Come on. Get it going.
It's a round 2 win.
Are you dying? I'm so sorry.
It's 90 something degrees out here, and these guys were melting in those cars.
Leaking a little bit of trans fluid, so we're gonna check it out and get that cleaned up before round 3. I raced him. I'm kind of proud of that one. What a sweet kid. Passing out waters as the racers
Brandon Moore, it's going to be.
Oh, God.
Oh boy. The old hay tank. Right, Leon? I know. So, got taken out in the third round by a hay tank, but it's cool.
Let's go watch Joe.
Aww.
I don't even want to test anymore because I'm going to change all the bar angles. I'm done with the car scratching. It doesn't work.
Well, let's go watch some racing. Boost 12 versus Sparkman. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
That back one? Okay. I worked really hard today, so this one out.
Covered in sweat and dirt, and it's time to head home. I couldn't be more proud of Brandon today and his dedication and thrash to this program.
To clock in.
And I couldn't be more thankful for people like Jeff Thomas, Joey and Hans, and my girl Brittany too. Great job and thank you, Landon and Raiden. This was Thrill at the Hill at Bunker Hill Dragway in Bunker Hill, Indiana. So we didn't win, but we're one step closer, and it was definitely a weekend to be proud of. Thank you to all the media and awesome people we got to meet. We cannot wait to come back and race at Bunker Hill.
Okay. They won't answer us in the drive-thru. The boys are hungry. So, we're walking the drive-thru. Burger King told us no. So now I have to try to go to Wendy's. And I'm chasing the boys around parking lots at 11 p.m. Oh, the adventures of 247 Motorsports and life on the road.
Remember to stay tuned after this if you want to hear about all the changes and crap that was wrong with the car. But for now, and as always, thank you for watching 247 Motorsports. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Hi.
Hi.
How do you feel about last weekend? We didn't really get a good recap on the new anti-roll bar.
It went pretty good. You know, we tried to stay in like an ET range of like this weekend and Gangster's Paradise, and we definitely achieved it. The car was a lot more drivable. The suspension actually works now with the anti-roll bar redone. Pretty much like the angle of my old anti-roll bar was already at 20% engagement with the rod length and armament length, as well as the brackets that were welded on the old one. When they were welded on there, the cups weren't able to rotate in there cleanly, which is why like I'd always push down on the shocks and the rear, and the car would just kind of flutter the tire. It never would be, it was never right for a long time, and you know, I guess I just didn't know better. But once we switched Ron G's new Penske's in the back, and it still did it, I knew we definitely had issues, and you know, so that got all redone. Jordan made a way bigger anti-roll bar with like a roller bearing end and splines. So the back of the car feels real nice and free now. You actually pick it up and it'll fall back down. Before I couldn't even pick it up. So with that being said,
Driving it felt a lot better.
Yeah, it felt a lot better driving it. Like, you know, we've made so many bar angle changes to this car to try to get it to do what I wanted, and it would never react. It wouldn't react to shock settings. It was always super weird. So it already ran better, felt better than it has in a long time, back since before the 9-inch. It drove smoother than it has back like when we had an 8.8 and coils on the control arms even. But now we just made another bar change because now it's actually reacting. Like, you know, you put a few clicks of compression in or rebound and you can actually feel it in the driver's seat where I never could before. So I think we have a working chassis finally. You know, now it's just going to be fine-tuning it and getting it the bar angle to be happy and everything else again. So I'm not going to say it's perfect, but it's definitely it's reacting to changes, so that's a good thing. So going into this race, I guess you know, we've never been here either, so I don't really have any ET expectations or anything until I see the place. Either way, we'll try to run fast enough to win, and just keep getting some more data, see if it likes what we did with the bar to try to get some more traction out back.